Hi everyone, it's July 23rd, 2009. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look. Today we're going to talk about fools and idiots. I was checking out YouTube this morning and I watched some videos and I read some of the responses, and there does seem to be a lot of fools and idiots out there. One thing I saw was on the Young Turks about Erin Andrews, I guess her name is. She's a reporter for ESPN, and she was filmed walking around naked in her hotel room. There was a response that she was asking for it. Oh my, walking around naked. Who does that in their hotel room? Didn't you ever think that perhaps, she had just showered and was air drying a little bit before and trying to decide what next to put on, those kind of things. And again, it was her hotel room. She was filmed surreptitiously, and it made its way to the internet, of course, and her people are getting on all the websites and demanding that they take it off, which so far everyone has, fortunately. I got nothing against seeing a pretty girl naked. In fact, I'm all for it. But only if they volunteer. You don't do it's called peeping Tom for a reason, and it's illegal for a reason. And to say that she's asking for it, as I put in my reply to that response, that's like saying a woman asked to get raped because she was wearing the latest Versace styles and fashions. Hey, get over it. It's wrong to do. She didn't ask for it to be done. That's the way it is. Another one I saw was about the Harvard professor who was arrested last week for disorderly conduct, and now the Cambridge Police Department has asked the DA to drop the charges. That's as far as the police usually go to issuing an apology that they were wrong. He was arrested in his own home. Somebody passing by saw him and his driver. He arrived home in a Mercedes limousine, and the front door was apparently stuck, and they had to force it open a bit. And yes, there's been a lot of break-ins and burglaries in that area, but when you show ID, 2 forms of it, and the cop still says, I don't like this, you have to wonder. Now, maybe the racism charge is a little outlandish, but again, you have to wonder. And some idiot put a response on there that he should have been shot on the spot for failure to comply. And my response to that was, that kind of thinking leads to swastikas and stupidity. Shot on the spot. What a horrible, horrible thing. For being in your own home, for God's sake. Oh, that's a terrible crime. Oh, he didn't comply with the officer. It was his home, his own home. He had provided 2 forms of ID. He had a driver there with a Mercedes limo. Now, I'm sure there are some thieves around who, ride around in Mercedes limos, but usually you find them at GM and AIG. And my last one, the biggest idiot of them all. I saw the other day in the BBC, Hillary Clinton said, well, we're willing to step up our presence in the Gulf if Iran or Iraq or whoever the hell it is gets nuclear weapons. First of all, how are you going to know? Oh, yeah, the same spies that said there's loads of weapons of mass destruction over there. It turned out to be loads of sand. And Hillary, if you're not willing to have Chelsea enlist today, now, don't ask my grandchildren to save your butt either. You're an idiot, honey. You just want everybody else's kids to go. But oh no, not yours. Why, that would be wrong. Come on. Here's a message to all of you politicians. All of you. JFK, way back in the early 60s, in his inaugural address said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You know, pretty much I agreed with that. I enlisted on the day I turned 18. Nowadays, it's the country who's asking all of us, or the country's leaders rather, asking all of us to give to them. If you ain't willing to put your butt on the front line, honey, don't ask my kids to, or my grandkids. You're an idiot, sweetie. All you want to do is spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of other people's lives. That's plain idiocy. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look, folks. Peace, everyone.